All right. Well, hello everyone, and welcome back. I know it has been a while since I've done a recording of the trades, but last week I didn't really do trading a whole lot. I had a lot going on, and I think I only did one trade. So I am going to go to the challenge spreadsheet to show where we are. I'm actually doing very well. And especially starting out with $100, well, $121. So I'm gonna go to the spreadsheet. Let me see, right here. Okay, so I don't think I did. I can't remember the last time I did a video. So I'm gonna just go back to the week before last. So it was three trades, one for 9.6%, then 10.6%, then 4.6%. That brought us up to a little over 5,000 for the account, and and then the one trade last week on Tuesday was worth 4.24%. So, and just to kind of, for those who are new to this challenge, it is really, I started out just documenting myself just to see where can I improve, and I'm going to go over the things that I've changed about how I do my charts, and it's really helpful, and I'll go over that. But I did this. I'm never going to show my account. I don't have nothing to prove to no one. Nobody don't have to watch these videos. It's great if people do. So I don't do that. I'm never gonna do that. I don't care. You can. I'm never asking for anybody's money. I'm not trying to promote a coin. I'm not trying to even promote any affiliate links. So there's nothing for me to really gain by showing my account. So only thing you can gain from these videos is how I go about trading. And the way I go about trading is I use the chart to do technical analysis. I only trade crypto and I trade on Coinbase. So those are how I go about trading. And then I'll look at the chart and see where we are as far as, are we in a buy area, demand zone? And I'll just go to the chart and then do support, resistance, trend lines, and fibs. Those are the only two tools that I use, and I do use volume, but not like volume based off of time. I do sometimes use volume based off of price. But that's it. I don't do moving averages, and I don't do any of those. So, so the trade from last week was on this coin called Forta. It's FORT, US dollar on Coinbase. And and so if you see this, it might like be confusing for you, but so these horizontal gray areas are like support and resistance. Like if you see a gray area right here and the chart, like the candles went out of there, then that was support. You see this gray area right here, it hit a resistance area and then it came back down. So the way I go about finding those areas of resistance, I'll show you in just a second. But this, I came in right here, right above this support, and then I saw it come up. I knew that my risk was just this little area right here, and I targeted to right below that resistance area. And go ahead, I put my limit order in. So I saw that the bottom of that resistance area was 0.853. So I put in, as soon as I get into the order and I see things getting closer to a resistance area close to the top of the trend line, that pink diagonal line that you see going right here. So this was the nearest support or resistance area to that. So I targeted here. It could have went past this. So that's the risk you take of, it going further, or you can just wait. I just went ahead and put a limit order in for right below there. I didn't really take any more trades. There were some other opportunities. Like you could have been shorting if you like to do shorts. I don't particularly like doing shorts on Coinbase. So, and for several different reasons, but I just do long trades, basically where you buy low and sell high. And but there are people who do shorts, and there was, this was a good time to do shorts on Bitcoin, because it definitely had some good drops. I didn't do it. So, and I just look for small trades just to compound my money on a weekly basis. So that's it. But here was another opportunity from here to here. It reached the bottom of this trend line and reached to the top, right? I didn't take that opportunity, and actually it was happening in the middle of the night. I do remember that. I remember it like, it started at the middle of the night, but I remember seeing it start like go down to this area, and I think I had alerts for when it hit this area. I didn't take the trade because I was really tired and I didn't really want to monitor the trade in the middle of the night. So I just, like I said, last week I had a lot going on. So I said I was going to go over like how I do support and resistance, and I'm going to take this fib off, and I'm going to take this off and then start like where we are. And let me see, let me remove this fib because I was using that earlier. So we're still like in a downward trend for this one, right? I usually put my demand zone, and that's coming from a higher time frame, in green, and then anything in between that demand zone and the major resistance area, I put in gray, to kind of remind me that we still got room. We haven't hit the very top and we haven't hit the very bottom. So if that makes sense. So typically, if I was in a trade or trying to monitor this trade as it's going down, like I haven't jumped in, but I want to watch it come down to this area. Typically what I'll do is go ahead and put like this minor support. And I'm using this candle right here. It's not the very bottom, as I'm probably about to see. It's not. Well, it did kind of hit. It had a little spike here. Which I'm gonna leave it like that because it's kind of covering all these different bottoms, right? So it hit here. It's probably gonna go up to here, come back down. And then what I would probably do is put an alert right above this this support area, like above this top line, just to see if it's gonna hit that area. But I wouldn't enter a trade because between here and here is just not enough room of profit for me. Now it could hit here and come out of here, right? But I like to see it come out before I go in. But I could take that risk if I saw that the overall of it coming out is such a great gain that it might be worth me risking going in, and like from here, if it were to come back down and hit here and go up to here, like it's not that much. It's like what, 2%, less than 2%, but I would risk that 2% for, like, if I notice on the higher time frame, like it hit a major demand area. So it might be ready to go from here to here, which is, I'm going to take this off because that's not a major. It was at one point. From here to at least to the 50%. And that would be worth 27%. But I'm going to compare that to other charts. So 27% is good, but it may not be the best chart. So I'll keep that 27% on the chart so I can reference. I'll probably write it down on a sheet of paper, like Ford USD, 27% potential gain. And then I'll write on, I'll just go through all the charts that I have saved, the ones that really take my attention, and then just compare. So like I went to Ford. The ones I've been kind of paying attention to is arc block, right? So if it were to come out of this downward trend and at least hit to the 50% mark, that's not a true 50% mark because I want to go to the beginning. I want to go to the top, right? So, and you have to excuse all my little supports and resistance. It is what it is, from here to here, like if it were to make it back up top, that's 94%. So I'm going to write arc block 94% potential gain to the 50% mark, right? That's a better gain than the 27%. All right, but arc block might need to come down to this mark before it comes back up. So I'll still keep in mind the 27% because it might start before this one, and I might go ahead and be able to go into that one and come out and then come into this one before it starts to move towards that 50% level. All right, so that's arc block. I'm going to probably look at XRP. So I'm going to have to get rid of some of this stuff. I'm sorry, y'all. All right, so I'm going to just get rid of this. All right, so let's go from top to bottom. It reached a peak right here. The bottom was down here. And I'll clear my chart up because I know it's got a lot going on. It doesn't bother me, but I know it might bother other people who. So 35% potential probably if it can. No. Where's the 50%? It's kind of already hit it. So I don't know if I would put XRP on my list right yet. I think it might need to. You never know. Could put an alert just to make sure. But it looks like it's below the 50%. But it could be working its way above it. I would just put an alert, just kind of check like above and below this candle. All right, so the next one is left. This is one I've been really paying attention to too. So potential, just like at that level to here to 50%, it's pretty good. 141% if it can start making its way back up. So I'm right or left, 141% potential to the 50% mark. So Aleph has been the winner, I think, so far. And then I know I had another one that, let me go to left. Might look at Bunk, or we already looked at Fort. These other ones I don't pay no attention to. I know the ones. I've kind of pretty much got them memorized. I'm going to go to Swift and look at them real quick. I think it needs to come down a little bit more to this blue area. But if it were to come out of here to the 50%, is still not bad. About 74%, 60 to 70%. All right. LCX is a good one that I've been looking at. Like I said, y'all have to. That's another reason I don't like doing videos, because my charts, I mark up my charts. Because I go from the 4 hour all the way down to the 1 minute, or even the daily to the all the way down to the 1 minute. So that's why you see a lot going on my charts with support and resistance. But let's look at, so that's one of my alerts going off now with Bonk. So this one, I think it needs to go down a little bit more. But let's just see, from here to here is 42%. I probably want it to come down to at least about right here. Still 56%. It's not bad, but let's see. Let's go see what Bunk got going on, because an alert just went off. Where is it? There we go. And I know it's on my 1 minute. Boom. Okay. So as you see, I use parallel trend lines like nobody's business. These things are so good. Parallel trend lines and support and resistance, and the 50% marker on the fib is like my bread and butter. So this is, let me see if it's going to come out of here. And alerts. Yes, alerts is, so I'm going to put it right below this 50%. I actually am in this one, so that's why I'm checking it. So I'm going to see like right now it went back up to that 50%, went up to this area right here of resistance, and it's trying to come back down. I'm still am going to like, I'm not gonna like give up on this one, because I'm all the way down here anyway, so it really wouldn't matter if I wait till to see if it comes out of here, break these two candles down here, but it's not. So far, and what I do, and y'all actually getting to see it live, like what I do is I keep moving my alert. And so I'll know when it's breaking another high. 14, 1343. So if it does again, it'll break up to here. My aim is to see if it can, let me go to the 4 hour. It's to about right here. I might actually pretty much get out at this 161, which is at the price. I might probably put it right below that 161, so maybe at the 127 at 1393. Okay, so as you see, I use the parallel trend to see my overall, and then as it kind of is trying to turn around, and probably when it gets to here, I'm probably gonna see what it does. Is it going to? I'm gonna probably just come out, and if it were to, because usually I hit this area and then start making a little drop, and if it's gonna decide to come back, I will still have time to come back in. So I'm gonna just monitor this off of the 1 minute. And my where I would come out at, absolutely come out, is at anything below 1307, right? So I have an alert at 1307. But I'm going to try to see if it's going to come out of here, or is it just going to keep going down and come out? Fall out. So, and that's pretty much it. And it's really just doing the same thing over and over. Find charts, chart them up, write down write down potential gains, see who has the best, put your alerts on those charts that have the best ones, see which one alerts go off the quickest. You can maybe split the money up if you want to, or you can put it all in one. I typically put all in one. Now I probably will split it up if the money gets higher because of liquidity. I will probably split it up in amongst 2 different coins, just so that when I get ready to sell, it's not hard for me to come out of the trade. So, and that's pretty much it. So we're going to see if we can make it up to this area right up here. And, right. So I could probably come out between here and here if it can make it there. And that's it. And so I didn't come down. I think I came in about right here. So if we can make it to here, it's not a big thing, 10%, but given that everything was kind of going down, I'm okay with that. And if I can get that 10% within one day, right, with everything going down, what's today, the Sunday, 0.10, that will take me above 6,000. So, which So this profit is from here to here. So it's including this trade and this trade for this profit for that week. And then my week starts over on Monday. And that's pretty much it, guys. So I'll just kind of monitor this as the alerts goes off, and then just take it from there and know that if it I probably could put another alert right below here, below this 38%, so I can catch it before it hits the 1307. And typically I do limit orders for buying and limit orders for selling. So, and that's another thing with when I put a limit order for, like say for selling, and it hits the 1307. What I'll do is put in like a limit order of 13, and it's going to give me the best between where it's at and 13. Which usually if I catch it on the minute chart, I usually get better than the 13. So, and I'm good. And that's it. So I probably can move this up, this alert up, and I am to right below here. This 30. So be at 1322 instead of 1307, but 1307 is my ultimate get out. Okay. And that's it. So I will say, other things I've been doing, and I probably talk about it on a different video because that's a lot. Like, it's just focus on like your mind, my mindset. And I've been doing really good with that. And that is really, trading really is a mind game. So it's a technical game and a mind game. So if you can get really good at your mental, like, and I can explain that on a different video, and really good at your technical, and keep the technical simple, like don't use a whole lot of stuff. But now I'm not saying, because I have a lot of resistance and support lines, but it's not overwhelming for me. Like, it keeps me in order. So as long as the technical analysis is working for you and it's keeping you in order, then you will win and at the game of trading. So that is all I have. Thank you guys for being patient. And I'm not going to promise that I will be able to do a video every day, because I do have other stuff going on right now, especially with my daughter about to finish high school. It's like something's popping up for me to do with her, like out of the blue. So it's that's taking up time, and then some other stuff is also taking up my time. So, but that will do it. Thank you guys. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. Bye.